Hi, this is Billie Beene here with another segment of Truth by Billie Beene. Today's date is 9/27/2022. Special report new. This is a new YouTube channel for me. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share. Episode 419, the big one, earthquake in California. So there's a new fault line, plus the San Andreas, and some other things going on. Some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot subscribers, Dutchsinse, Mike from around the world, LA Times, plus. So let's get started. I think it's, I'll draw a map. First of all, a new fault line has been discovered recently, and an article came out in the Los Angeles Times dated September 23. So here we go with California and the new fault line. So we have the San Andreas running somewhere around here, and this new fault line is like in this area. We have Catalina Island, we have San Diego, we have somewhere in this area right about here, this location called Dana Point. We have Palos Verdes area. It has ranchettes and estates, and so the new fault line is called Palos Verdes fault line, and it was recently discovered by a study done by Harvard, and it came out in the LA Times on 9/23, and I'll put the information in about the name of the article. Okay, so we have this going on. So we've got this Dana Point, we've got Long Beach in this area, we've got this Palos Verdes ranches. Okay, and we have in this area, so we've got the San Andreas running this way down, and it's coupled with this new fault line, and then I'll show you what is happening in this area. So now we have the San Andreas and the new Palos Verdes fault line. Okay, right here in California. So we had Dutchsinse come out recently, and he was giving information about California is shaking. It's actually shifting, and we've got a plate boundary coming down in this area, and in this area we've got the Costco's plate, and I'll bring some information out about the Costco's. Now I'm going to get a globe and show you something. Okay. Dutchsinse pioneered information about earthquakes happening on one side of the earth, then the vibration passing through the earth, and then about a week later you would have a comparable earthquake on the other side of the earth. So now, let me find this kind of, okay. So now, recently in Mexico, we had two earthquakes along the coastline, like within the last 7 days. One was a 6.6 and one was like a 7. So then, we would rotate from Mexico over to this side, and there was a comparable earthquake about a week later in Taiwan. So, an indicator, if you were trying to figure out what is going on with earthquakes, would be to keep track of what's happening on the opposite side from the United States. And that's going to be like in the area of between India and Taiwan. So that area. And you could narrow down any time period going on there. Now, those two recent, so we have the U.S., we've got Central America, we have the U.S., Mexico. We have those two earthquakes right about here. Now, Mike from around the world is frequently on Pastor Paul Begley's Thursday night program. He's been on there about 10 years. We believe Mike works for the NSA. Mike is with the government, definitely. Mike knows stuff. Okay. Said about maybe 4 to 6 months ago to pay attention when earthquakes were going to be happening Mexico and South America. That would affect the Costco's plate, because the government knows when these vibrations start here, right here, it's going to work its the vibration along the Pacific plate, and then go into the San Andreas fault line, and then that new Palos Verdes fault line we just found out about. So whenever you think that there are parties who don't know about things, yes, they definitely knew about it. Now, let me tell you about this new Palos Verdes fault line. What's believed to be capable of being produced, and again, that goes from here's Long Beach, Santa Monica, down to this point called Dana Point. So this is the new fault line, Palos Verdes. And the Harvard study said they believe it could produce earthquakes from 7.4 to 7.8. And also in this area we have a location called Kettleman City that Dutchsinse brought out, and down to Bakersfield, that for the past 50 years this area has been sinking, and it's sunk 40 feet. So that's going on. Dutchsinse brought that out. Okay. So now, this new Palos Verdes fault line runs 70 miles or 112 kilometers along the coastline of San Andreas. It's in Southern California, LA to Orange County. And it can produce earthquakes all the way down from Santa Monica down to this point, Dana Point. So that's going on. And I definitely wanted you all to know about that. And this would also affect Long Beach, because let's examine economically what's been going on, because we know off of the West Coast all the shipping is gone. Now, we believe there are multiple factors for that, but let's not forget about the economic factors we found out in the last 2 or 3 weeks about the major retailers inside the United States doing away with their ability to make a profit in 2022 and 2023 by slashing their orders in August, billions of dollars. Walmart, Target, Amazon, and other shipping companies too just suddenly cut everything off. And now we have new information coming out about new seismic events along with economic and we know conflict issues like is going on in Ukraine. So I just wanted to put this new information out. I felt very strongly that I needed to get this information out about this new fault line. Okay, prayers. This ends my special report. I love you, and I'll see you soon.